Rest we can yes go on board with you,
Yep.
and somehow we have to share our inventory with you, maybe on daily basis or
Yeah,
maybe
I think you
whatever.
just send a quick email or text and say, "Hey, I'm out of cars this week" or something. Yeah. And
Okay,
then this
fine,
is what
fine.
the adjuster sees. So the adjuster, so as an example, I don't have any here right now because these are all pending, but as an example, the adjuster would go in and say, okay, we have a little drawer here. You can go there. You can go to full details. They go in here if they need to extend the rental past the date, right? They could do that. So they literally go, oh, they need it longer than this. They need it through whenever.
So how does this Hertz get to know that its vehicle is booked?
How do you know it's booked?
Yes, yes.
So you would get, let me just see if we have an example of here. Um, let me just pull up like an email. You would get, let me see, I'm just trying to find the email here. You would get an email that has all that information on it. Let me
Email.
just, yes.
What are the timelines? I think 12 hours, 24 hours, or maybe few hours.
Oh, you would get it right away.
Right? No, right away, but the timeline to the delivery of the vehicle.
Yeah. Well, that would be set on the, hold on, let me go back. That would be set on this date. You would
No,
get,
if anyone it comes in that yes, they want it like in next few hours, 2 or 3 hours, and the vehicle is not
yeah,
ready.
well, if it's the next few hours, then that would be, I mean, that's typically not the case. Usually it's next day or the next week. But if it was in a few hours, if you showed availability, then it would kick in and say they need it today. But basically what the other, like I said, we have 8 car rental companies on it. Basically, when they see the reservation come through, they would touch base with the customer and say, like, hey, work it out from there. Like no different than you would handle them on your own.
Okay, so who will be responsible to check the driving license and insurance
You
of
guys
the
would.
customer?
You guys would.
So we are going to send that information to check my driver, and they are going to verify that for us.
Yes, yeah. So you look at it this way: the reservation comes through, but how they qualify to rent, driver's license, credit card, insurance company—that's you guys.
Okay.
You guys would not want to
So
rent, obviously, rent to someone that doesn't qualify, like they're renting on their own.
yes, exactly. So it's just connecting to us to the customer and
Yes,
nothing else, and nothing
yes,
else.
correct.
And there is no responsibility on your end or the insurance or adjuster's end,
Other than the billing, yes, correct.
other than the billing and whatever is we are going to bill you. You are going to get piece out of it and then pay the remaining to the insurance company or the customer. Or
Yep.
how you will get from the customer. You will hold your pie and then forward the remaining to us.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, fine. So we are going to invoice SketchUp. No, Vecto.
What'd you say? I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
We are going to invoice Vecto.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. Uh, so the rates, do we have to negotiate with you or it's up to us?
It's really up to you guys. I was just giving you that example that you saw when I
Okay.
pulled up Hertz. I mean, basically, what I would tell you is to be competitive. I always say this:
Yes.
our goal was to get, and Syed, you missed this part, but you know what we do, I think. And our goal was to say we want to help support small, even though I got Avis and Hertz here, small and regional rental car companies, so that we can aggregate them so that to an insurance company we have quote unquote nationwide coverage. Even a one company, right, may just be in Mountain View, one company may be in Philadelphia, etc. And so that's the thought behind it. Now the rates are really up to you guys. I am just able to share what I know is competitive. We are not here to beat up on rates and things like that. I would tell you that being on the cheapest car, being in the mid 30s to upper 30s would be fine. Probably could get away with 40. If you were 45 for the cheapest car, I feel like you would not be competitive.
Okay. Then tell me if there is a mishap or claim arises, there is an accident or maybe a pullover. or maybe any law and order situation. So we will be uh, directly holding the customer responsible, or you will be stepping in
The
because we
customer.
are going to invoice you because
Yeah,
the
the
invoice will
customer.
go to you.
Yeah, but we're not driving the vehicle. So liability wise for invoice and payment is on us, but liability for damage or pulling over or anything like that's on the customer.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds very interesting. I'll share this idea with Hashim upon his availability. He's traveling right now. And I think we are also stepping out of Toro, and we have got like 4 or 5 vehicles which have commercial insurance right now, and we have got Check My Driver on board right now. So I think it's very doable now. It's very doable.
How big are you trying to get?
Right now, we have got 26 vehicles, and we intend to invest more on this car rentals by January or February.
Got it. So, one of the things that I know Sean Harrigan said, and I think he shared with you or with Syed, was that company, those two companies in Pennsylvania I was mentioning, like the only problem that I see, like, so I want to go back to them and say, look, because they don't have enough coverage there, and quite frankly, Avis and Hertz doesn't either. And there's, I want to go back to them and say, what happens if a company, this is to the insurance company, what happens if a car rental company were to put 20 cars, in on your parking lot, let's just say, I'm just kind of using it as an example. You would have, I would tell the insurance company, you've got coverage, you've got the best customer service situation possible. They're right here for your, and but the only thing that's challenging about that is, you guys are in California and these guys are in Pennsylvania. So, you know, I'm trying to find ways, because this is the company I was telling you, one of them has 800 rentals a month and one has 1,000 rentals a month. So, you know, just take their average rate, give or take, right? Let's just say their average rate has to be at least 40. And they usually average like 92, 94% utilization. So even if you go 40 times, 27, right? Or whatever, that's 1,080. So these guys are doing, whatever, 12 million a year, 15 million a year.
So yes, we are also in process of getting loans on our LLCs and this running. That's why we are going to show a good revenue this year.
Okay, good. All right. Well,
So
yeah.
we target to get around like 75 to 100 vehicles by next year end.
Okay. Okay. And see, our thought, when we started this, and I kind of was words.
That's a very interesting thought.
Yeah. Well, what I was thinking about was that when I started this whole thing, I was thinking about number one. Well, the biggest thing I was like, okay, enterprise can't have 85% of these rentals. This industry for insurance replacement is $10 billion a year. How does enterprise get all of it? So that's where the number one. But right behind that, I said, man, we could help small rental car companies grow because we would know where the volume is. You know what I mean? We could be like, okay, like just like I'm telling you now, there's 800 rentals a month going through. I'll just tell you the name of the insurance companies. One's called Goodville, Goodville, and the other one's called Donegal. And I said, like, so I always envision this as being like people such as yourself to say, look, we can help small companies grow. We can tell you where the needs are. You have limited risk because these are cleaner rentals than someone just, going away for the weekend, right? Cars in the shop. I'm going to work. I need a car. The payment's secure. The insurance companies authorize the direct bill, as you saw through the portal. You bill us, done. We bill the insurance company. They usually pay in 30 days. We're good. So like, I was just thinking that's a good way to grow. And even if you guys don't decide to do something on the east side, even in California, we can at least say, look, here's where some of the volume is. This is some, here's some consideration. You guys can get into the game, if you will. So that was the vision.
Yes, actually, we are actually exploring our ways to scale up in different states as well. But the
Yeah.
only problem right now is getting a parking space, which is quite challenging right now
Yeah.
because a good parking space drain up all the revenue.
Yeah. Well, but like, let me ask you this. You still have a minute to chat?
Yeah, yeah.
So like, here's another example, right? I'm just going to use names. Like, I know we don't have any NDA, but I don't care. Like, I'm just because we're just talking here. But like, here's another example. In Lancaster County, where I'm talking about for these two insurance companies, there's three options. One could be on site at the insurance company, which would be great, right? But that still creates a problem for people such as yourself, because you're like coast to coast. Who manages them? Who cleans the cars? Like, it's still logistics issues. But then in Lancaster County, I know this sounds crazy, but there's two car rental companies. One's called Huber, Huber, and the other one's called Culp, Kulp. And they don't have the means to which they want to invest in more vehicles, which sounds crazy to me. This is the crazy part, because I'm like, are you a car? Like, I would never say this. I'm telling you this confidentially. But I'm like, if you have guaranteed rentals coming through, why would you not want to get more cars? You know what I mean? Like, I don't, like, unless you just like, I don't want to deal with it. I'm getting ready to retire. I'm getting ready to sell. Like, other than that, if you're saying, because right now they do like 5 a month. Like, so what happens? Forget 800. What happens if you get 50 a month? And so my question to you guys, the other avenue I'll give you as you guys talk internally, is that what happens if you guys like partnered with another car rental company that said, hey, we're gonna, and this is none of my business, by the way, this would be between you guys, but the other thing would be, if Culp has the infrastructure to maintain cars and park cars and deliver cars, but doesn't want to do the investment, right? Then maybe there's an avenue where people such as yourself say, well, hell, I'll talk to them, because if I can get 20 cars there and they're cared for, and by the way, these are good, like, I don't know them well, both companies, but they're good people, type thing. They're just good rural people. Maybe there's an avenue there that you guys could explore too, to grow. I'm just trying to give ideas.
Exactly. That's what we are already exploring on our end. We were also exploring a workshop, a body shop, and accessory shop. So there is quite a space with these type of shops. So we can park like 10, 15 cars over there easily.
At a
And
body
then
shop?
we are,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
we are already exploring on those forums as well.
You know how much it's missing? Like, you just reminded me, in upstate New York and Albany area, there's a car rental company and that has a body shop tied to a dealership, right? And they get, so because of this situation, they don't have enough cars. Their body shop gets average of 25 rentals a week, right? And so remember, these are all 20-day rentals. So 25 a week, and their local little car rental company can only handle like 4 or 5 of them. So it's just like, oh my God, like, it's like, listen, I was with Enterprise a long time ago, and I'm doing this technology piece. I'm not doing car rental, but there's a part of me that wants to invest.
You are doing a great liaison between these, making up synergies. It's a very good idea.
Yeah.
Where the similar situation can arise to each of the rental company, and then they can come up with a solution.
Yep. So
Great,
right, guys,
great.
hey,
It is a good.
I didn't realize it, guys. I have a 3:00 call.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
I did not realize it, so I apologize.
It was really nice talking to you, Brian. And
hey, nice meeting you guys. Let's keep in touch soon. Okay.
Sure. Thank you very much. Bye.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.